Rabbi, we're not ready to speak. You gala tefach mechaset v'chaim. Chazal say, Im doim merav l'malach Hashem tzvakos, yivakesh Torah mipiyu. Ephraim kazeh rav, shu doim l'malach Hashem. Kol mi shezechu l'akir oto, whoever was zeicha to recognize him, to know him, could be made that he wasn't from this dor. Hashem gave us a special neshama. There's not one area that someone can think of where he wasn't mekayim ba'flaga gedola. Whether it was the hirus and mitzvahs, whether it was limud Torah, whether it was being like a rebbe to talmidim. After shir, Rebbe didn't go to lunch like everybody else. Rebbe learned with talmidim. Everyone knew they could ask him for a chavrusa shaft. He couldn't say no. He was always learning with talmidim all day long. One person learned with him on Wednesday. Someone just told me he was learning with him on Wednesday. From El, they were learning Hilchos Tshuva on Wednesdays. They got up to Paraches, which talks about how you zeichet olam haba. And then they said, El is finished. Yamnei Rama finished. They wanted to continue. So he continued. Every day during the week, during lunch. He didn't eat lunch. He was learning with Talmidim something else. Malach Hashem tzvakos. If there's Lamed Vav Tzadikim in the Dor, if there's a Tzadik Nistar, we were zeichet to have one right here. There's no question that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Shaisa Lamed Vav Tzadikim and puts them in the Dors, in the places and in the times that they're Mizaka the Dor, teach the Dor. Hashem took him away. We're learning this here, Shnayim Eichs Betalis. Allah is Yachloiku. We wanted Rebbe. Hashem wanted Rebbe. Who could find such a Kaddish in Olam Hazeh? Hashem took him away in the middle of his life. We had so many things lately. This is like the 10th thing, Makas B'chayris. Rashi says, B'kroivei HaKadosh. That when Hashem does din, when he does midas adin, he does with the Kadoshim. Without seeing the tzidkas of Rebbe, it will be impossible to believe it. By the Levi of Rav Abba Berman, someone said that one of Rebbe's brother-in-laws, that Rav Abba Zatzal wasn't always so neichadaitoi from the Indian of being machmir, until he met someone that was machmir but lechaveri as well. The Gemara says Shmor Garam. Hayish Moshe Anov Mikol Adam. It's like Rashi Shuffle v'Savlan. This is Rebbe. We were zeicha tremendous chus. I wasn't right, but one time there was a tkufa where I was learning with him during second seder, during lunch. One day I walked in and I saw him putting on tefillin. So I said, "What's this?" He says he just got new tefillin for his son's bar mitzvah, and they have this hiddur, that hiddur, that hiddur. How could he not put them on? One time I saw him taking a pill. He wrapped it in a tissue and he swallowed it. I said, "What's that?" He says, "It's a chashash, this, that." One time I had a suffix of a Shina Makam, a Shailan Brachas. I came to his house to learn. So I told him I need some mezainis. He So he went to the kitchen and he didn't come back. Then I hear noise, pots. He says, I put up for you some noodles. He came back once with a glow on his face. Moshe was Karan Arpanov. He said he was just Zeicha from Mekayim, the mitzvahs nadiris of Oilus and Parrot. He had gone to a field. But his own son's chasana, he brought his own food. He ate from a plastic cup. He kept the latest man on Rosh Shabbos. Whoever heard of someone who went outside without glasses on Shabbos because of a chashash of Eitzah? When he was there, you felt the Shechina. You felt the Kedusha. He was like a father to his Talmidim. Every simcha of every Talmud, he would speak about how if you misyaches, if you feel it, so then, and we have to realize this is our own, it's one of us. He took every Talmud. But I saw Ruge Malchus, it says about one of the Tanaim, Ayi Haloshin, I'm a Meheres, Lahore Simei Shofer. This is the Bechina of Rebbe. In every sugya, in any Indian, anyone knew they can go over to Rebbe and discuss it with him. The shir was like K'shulchan Aruch Munach Lifneihem, like Moshe Rabbeinu. The Gemara says, Ma Hashem Shoyel Me'imcha Kim L'yira V'chi Yira Milsa Zutrasi. So the Gemara answers, in L'gabe Moshe Milsa Zutrasi. Zakt, I think I saw the name of the Magid, others, that when Moshe was with them, L'gabe Moshe, Yira was a Milsa Zutrasa. That's how it was with Rebbe. When Rebbe was in front of us, there was Yira Shemayim. Now what are we going to do? I once asked him what it means in Shemona Esrei, al tzadikim, al chasidim. We say the same Sachar Tov, you have to ask Hashem to give Sachar Tov. So he told me it doesn't mean Abba. It means in Olam Hazeh, we should be zeichet to see that Hashem gives Sachar Tov to tzadikim in Olam Hazeh. We have to daven for that, we're not always zeichet. Zu Tov, zu Schar. Mi after learning the Dharam, in the Zeros. Moshe Rabbeinu went out. Lirais be civilized Achiv. Anyone who had anything that they needed, someone that they could open up to, that they knew would daiga for them, emes a daiga. They knew they can go to Rebbe. Eich nereg chochem v'novi b'mikdash ha'elikim. B'derech sh'adam reitz leilech melichan I say. Rebbe was a ben olam haba. No one can think of any area, whether it was mitzvahs, shmiras mitzvahs, diktuk mitzvahs, whether it was avos Torah, avos talmidim, milamei Torah, his tefillah, everything. Hashem gave us a tremendous chus that we had him with us. Rabbi, you should daven for us that we should be able to learn from all the things that you taught us, that we saw with our own eyes, that if someone didn't see, you can't believe. And we should be zeicher to give you nachas, and you should be meilitz yeshiv for the whole yeshiva, for the talmidim, all the talmidim that loved you, kemayim panim al panim. It was a special ava for the Rebbe. For Gans Klal Yisrael, the Rebbe should be poel with the godless, being the gula kreva, may have remain amen.